Here, in the lonely landscape of the Scandinavian tundra, we're in search of probably the last free Titans of the Earth. We all know them as domesticated animals, but hardly anybody knows that the wilderness is the real home of these shy and gentle giants. Never before has a camera team managed to film these fascinating colossi in their own wild habitat. Yet here, in the raw beauty of this wild landscape, our search will be rewarded. Finally, a splendid excavator. From the sturdy chest, the massive spade and the powerful crawler claws, we can identify him as a bull. His age we estimate at about 12. With an impressive spade height of 15 meters, this male weighs at least 50 tons. Usually, excavators are loners. Now, in early summer, they go out looking for partners. It's the mating season. Our male is also searching for a bride. What's more, he's sniffing for scent. With his finely tuned nose right above the upper mandible, he follows the scent of a female. With loud mating cries, he's calling out for her. And luck is on his side. She answers his call. The male follows the scent. Here we see a wheel excavator, busy making a nest. A lot of effort goes into nest building because a female will only choose the mate with the most impressive construction. He positions himself and displays characteristic threatening gestures. He wants to defend his territory. Slowly he approaches the intruder. It is our excavator male. Both take a good sniff at each other. The wheel excavator realizes that our bull has his eye fixed on something else. The fronts are clear, and the Titan continues on his path. The scent of the female is just too seductive to be ignored. No efforts are spared to be close to the lady in question. Even impassable territory and extreme slopes he manages to overcome with his crawler claws. His endurance is rewarded. In sight is a breathtakingly beautiful female excavator. In comparison, the body of the female is more petite. Chest and hindparts are more fragile, and the overall appearance is more compact. She seems to be very unimpressed by the male and continues to feed. Carefully, the bull approaches, and she shyly turns away. She retreats behind a pile of earth, which he interprets as an invitation to join her. Gladly he follows her, and they attempt a first tender touch. The first step has been taken. However, she wants to be seduced. Instantly, our bull starts his mating ritual, the mating dance. Impressed by his grace, her desire for him is growing. Unnoticed by both, an equally strong male approaches them. Our bull becomes aware of his rival and immediately attacks. With their spades raised high in a threatening manner, they race towards each other. 50 tons of compressed strength on each side. The earth trembles as they stomp with their spades. Often these fights result in serious injuries, sometimes even in death. Followed by loud cries of victory, the seriously injured male retreats. As a symbol of his predominance, the bull throws the trophy high up in the air. Impressed by the overwhelming victory of our bull, the female backs up to him, signaling thus her readiness for mating, the reward for this hard fight. In order not to hurt her, the male puts most of his weight on his spades. The strenuous lovemaking can go on for hours. Excavators hatch in nests. The breeding place is chosen very carefully. It should be in an area where many minerals can be found in the soil, as this is the only type of food the offspring is able to eat in the first few weeks. Nest making is teamwork. Together they create a pile of earth, which can reach 3 to 4 meters in height. It takes only a few hours, and then the huge excavator nest is completed. During the breeding season, our female will not leave the nest. After 2 weeks, the painful procedure of laying the egg commences. The female seems a little nervous. Excited, the bull is circling the nest, a critical moment. Straining tremendously, she lays her single egg. It measures about 1 meter in length and weighs up to 70 kilograms. Carefully, she puts some soil on the egg in order to keep it warm and to hide it from nest robbers. All it now takes is time and warmth. New life is developing under the protection of the mother. In the next 12 weeks, she will constantly sit on the egg to keep it at a constant temperature. During this time, she'll be watched over by the male, who is at the same time the sole provider. Then it happens. The little one hatches. Struggling and straining, it frees itself from the massive eggshell. It is a powerful male. Excited and a little shaky, he wobbles on his crawlers across the dug-up soil in search of his mother. Lovingly, she offers him some food. Under the protection of the digging tools of his parents, he spends his first night out in the open air. The little one is impatient for his food. Playfully and step by step, the mother introduces more solid foods. With every passing day, the young excavator gains in experience. From his mother's spades, he has a good outlook on everything. For the first time, the youngster becomes aware of the world outside the nest, a world full of hidden dangers. There, the threatening blink of a nest robber. A wheel loader breaks through the protecting pile of earth. Young excavators are his preferred prey. Immediately, the mother holds up her spades against the attacker. Instinctively, the little one seeks protection under his mother's chest. Death staring her in the eye, she courageously defends her baby. But where's the father? Just in time, he returns from his food search, and together they're able to fight off the attacker. At least, this time. Now that their resting place has become unsafe and the young family has to reckon with more attacks from the wheel loaders, they move on, searching for a new place to live. Hard times lay ahead of them because only 30% of all young excavators survive the first year. A year has passed. The little excavator has been growing steadily. He's now a wild fledgling, his head full of nonsense. Joyfully, he's playing with his mother, and in a lively manner, he's learning how to deal with and to make use of the soil, a very important preparation for his later independent life. The father also contributes towards his education. Here we see how he teaches him proper digging. It's not as simple as it seems. Under the watchful eye of his father, the youngster undertakes his first serious attempts at digging. Proudly, he announces his success. The young excavator extends his wanderings further and further into the forest. He has to learn how to cope with his environment. And there's so much to discover. Adventures await him behind every tree. Curiously, he explores his environment and does not realize that he's getting further and further away from his parents. His old enemy, the wheel loader, has been waiting for him, a life-threatening situation. On his own, the little excavator does not stand a chance against the gluttonous attacker. Nevertheless, he tries to defend himself courageously. At the very last moment, his father rushes to the rescue. He'd followed him with a watchful eye. Together, father and son repel the attacker and put him to flight. Excitedly, our little excavator roars behind the wheel loader as he leaves the scene. The father lovingly comforts him. Back together, our young excavator family is on the move again towards new adventures. In a few years, the young excavator will leave his parents and found his own little family. And it's up to us not to negatively influence these majestic, gentle giants, the titans of the earth, in their wildlife habitat, and to protect them from extinction.